Welcome back to the series where I turn your video game ideas into reality. If you want to see your idea in one of these videos, all you gotta do is subscribe and comment below. The winner for this episode comes from W8 Code. He says, new idea, a game survival? A game survival where you live on a floating island. Laughing emoji. By the way, sorry it's been so long. I had a little bit tying me up. I might have just gotten married? How long has it been anyway? Oh my goodness, it's been 2 months! Anyway, we're back to it now and feeling better than ever and ready to hop into another video idea. Let's go. So the first thing I did was try to come up with how we're going to create a floating island, which was surprisingly difficult because the problem is that Unity doesn't actually support such a thing as like different shapes of terrain. They're always a square. So what I ended up doing is building a kind of oddly shaped island using Pro Builder and then throwing a bunch of terrains together. I think I ended up with 3 or 4 by the end of it and just tried to fill in the gaps in the island to get as much of it terrain sculpted as possible while still having such an irregular shape. So once I finally got a shape that I was happy with, I moved on and started importing a bunch of assets to make it look prettier, which took absolutely forever. I'm gonna give you a sped up version of it. Let's see if you make it through.
I believe that in the next few minutes we'll be spent doing nothing at all, except waiting for things to load. I wonder if I make this song good enough, if you actually enjoy watching absolutely nothing happen. Exciting, right? Ooh, ooh, ooh,
That was a brain rot test, by the way. You just passed. Congratulations. Anyway, from here I started using all of these different assets that I got. So putting a whole bunch of trees into the scene and seeing how I could balance that out. Putting grass in, for some reason it put in like 8 times more than I meant to and started lagging everything out really bad, but don't worry about it. Experimenting with fog and skyboxes and eventually ended up settling on doing a nighttime level. I really didn't have a plan going into this. I just wanted to, for phase 1, create an interesting landscape and world that we can start doing some world building in later as we move along in this project. I did a little bit of lighting as well, which took a minute to get right, but it worked out pretty well in the end. And here you can see the result, which honestly looks pretty solid. There's only one problem. Less than 30 frames per second? Okay, so I did a bunch of analysis and it turns out that it was mostly the grass and the trees that was causing all of the lag, which means I can either spend a whole bunch of time trying to optimize those things or I can find a much more creative solution. Alright, so from here I started turning things around a lot in terms of storyline. I came up with a really interesting idea, which kind of was already alluded to earlier when I decided to make this a nighttime level. So instead of having all the trees and grass here, which were lagging things out and also didn't look super interesting, I created a weird kind of technological bubble that the island is trapped inside of. And you're going to be even more confused when I bring in the next section. Remember our old friend, that lovely monster from the Subliminal Spaces video? Yeah, it turns out we're bringing him back into this as well. You might be wondering what that has to do with literally anything, but you're gonna see soon enough, I promise. So the monsters are gonna spawn from outside the techie circle thing that's surrounding the island. They're gonna jump into the island out of absolutely nowhere. Alright, nice happy world. What's that thing? Oh my goodness, it's a monster already. Get out of here, please. And you'll see that as we get closer, yeah, that happens, so. Okay, from here it was just a matter of coding a wave spawning system, which was kind of something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I set it up so that it spawns each target randomly all over the island. And here we drop in and let's see how it works out. Oh, there's someone over there. There's another one. There's another one. Oh my goodness, what is going on? There's so many things on the island. I need to get out of here really fast. Please get me out of here, please. Where do I go? Oh my... No! Okay, so I need to do a little bit of balancing, but after a couple of iterations, I got something that seemed a little bit more reasonable. Alright, now it's time for something that I've been wanting to bring into these videos for a long time, which is music composition. So here we are in Logic, and I'm going to play around with a lot of different layers here and see what I can come up with. I want to create something that sounds inspired by the horror genre, but also like adventurous and fun at the same time. Okay, hang on. It's very quiet at first, but let me cook. I think it's gonna get more interesting in a second here. I've got something crazy for the next section. You're not ready for this, bruh. Come on, it's almost there, and come on. What is that? That sounds terrible, bro. Cut it off. Okay, so back to editing because I did not sequence that correctly whatsoever, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, same start at first, gonna build up really slowly. I've got this, bro, I'm so excited to work on music with you guys, it's so lit. I've been wanting to do this for so long. Anyway, here we go, so we've got a second layer in here, and it's building towards something, but I don't know what's happening exactly. It sounds really mysterious. Oh my goodness, that's a crazy drum loop. What is happening in this song? Oh my, this is definitely feeling adventurous and horror inspired at the same time, and we're building towards something. Here we go, and bro, what? I don't know if I'm feeling this drop, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, can you just cut this off? Can you please just cut this off? Okay, one more iteration and it's done, I promise. Sorry this is taking so long. Okay, same place where the drums come in, and we're building up, and oh! Hang on! Okay, I think that kind of slides, bro. Wait, the little vocal sample mixed with the electric guitars, and I panned everything weird. Woo! We're starting to get somewhere right. It sounds like weird and horror vibes, but like adventure and video game at the same time. I'm feeling this one, bro. Okay, with all of that done, let's see what we got so far. So I'm dropping onto this island right now, and we're immediately surrounded by the LUMICAGE. Trapped on this island that normally would be a happy place, floating in the clouds, but no, we are absolutely trapped up here with nowhere to go. And it looks like monsters are starting to spawn. We gotta get out of here. I'm not sure exactly where we can go, though. We're gonna hide behind these rocks, and yeah, basically you get the idea of where we're at so far. It's a cool concept, but it's not a full game idea yet. Now you're probably thinking, Jesse, what was the point of all this other than giving you an excuse to work on some music and a cool wave generator system and whatever? You got something cooking, right? You got something bigger going on, right? This wasn't all for nothing, surely.
3IV. Everywhere, a piece of my realm. Do they think this is just a game? How long before they grasp the truth? They're not escaping, they're circling deeper into my design. In the end, when the walls close in and the echoes of their struggles fade into the darkness, they will find no solace. The maze is endless, a prison of their own making, and I am its warden, its creator, its monster. Let them believe that this is just a game. Let them believe. Let them believe. Let them believe.